Hi, good evening children. I hope all are fine and safe. You all know our pre-midterm exam is coming. Questions are coming out of 50 marks. Out of these 50 marks, 50% of questions are MCQ questions. And we will give the questions in the form of Google. Then you can attend the MCQ questions in the Google form itself. And the other descriptive questions you have to write in a separate paper and send to the teacher concerned. That means physics to physics teacher, chemistry to chemistry teacher and biology to biology teacher. And already I told you in the last Zoom meeting I got only few students. So I told you only one lesson, electricity is there for exam. In physics only one lesson, electricity. So for today I am not going to the new section. I am going to just revise this section because some students asked the notes of the previous classes and some of them didn't send the notes also. So let us revise the topic once again. In electricity, first we discussed about electric current. What is electric current? Then we discussed about electric potential and then we discussed about what is resistance and Ohm's law. And we discussed about the unit of all these quantities. Then factors affecting resistance of a conductor. Then heating effect of electric current. Then Joule's law. Then electric power. Then electrical energy. These are the main topic of this lesson. So let us see one by one. What we discussed at the first, electric current. What do you mean by electric current? The rate of flow of electric charge is called electric current and electric current is represented by the letter capital I and the equation for electric current I is equal to Q by T. Here Q means charge and T means time. And the unit of electric current is ampere. And the unit of electric charge is coulomb. So 1 ampere is equal to 1 coulomb per 1 second. And electric current we can also measure in microamperes, milliamperes, nanoampere and all. These also some smaller units of electric current. Then we discussed about electric potential. Electric potential means it is the work done to bring a charge from one point to another point. Or there is a difference in the charge densities. So electric potential represented by the letter V. And we can write V is equal to W by Q. Here W means work done and Q means the charge. And the unit of electric potential is volt. 1 volt is equal to 1 joule per 1 coulomb. Next, the important law, Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law? Yes. At constant temperature, the current flowing through a metallic conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across its ends. So, in mathematically, we can write V is proportional to I or V is equal to R into I. Here R means a constant and this constant is called the resistance of the conductor. So we can write this expression R is equal to V by I. And the unit of R is equal to V. What is the unit of potential? That is volt. 1 volt divided by what is the unit of current? Ampere. So unit of resistance is equal to 1 volt divided by 1 ampere which is equal to ohm. So ohm is the unit of resistance. Then what is resistance? Resistance of a conductor is the property of a conductor to oppose the flow of electrons. So, when electrons are moving through a conductor, this conductor offers an opposing force against the flow of electron, and this opposition is called resistance offered by the conductor. Then, next we discussed about factors affecting resistance. What are factors affecting resistance? First we discussed nature of the material. Second one, temperature. Third, length of the conductor. And the fourth one, area of cross section. So, when a material changes, the resistance of the conductor also changes. When temperature increases, resistance also increases. Then, what happened to the length? When length increases, resistance of the conductor also increases. That is, R is directly proportional to the length of the conductor. Then, R is inversely proportional to the area of cross section. That means, if area of cross section increases, resistance of the conductor decreases. So, we can write R is proportional to L by A, or R is equal to rho L by A. R is equal to rho L by A. What is rho here? Here, rho is the constant that we used to change the proportionality symbol. This rho is called the resistivity of the material. For a material, its resistivity is constant. It is the resistance offered by a conductor of unit length and unit area of cross section. If you take silver, it can offers resistivity. That value of resistivity of a silver is constant. If it is 1 meter, if it is 2 meter, or it is 100 meter. The resistivity is constant. But resistance may vary with respect to length and area of cross section. Okay. Then we can go to the next topic. We discussed about heating effect of electric current. What is heating effect of electric current? When electricity is passing through a metallic conductor, a part of electrical energy is converted into heat energy. This is called heating effect of electric current. So, the heat produced when electricity is passing through a conductor, we can use to work some other devices. Or the device which works based on heating effect of electric current are electric heater, electric toaster, iron box, etc. Electric oven. These all are examples. Then, how can we calculate the heat developed in a conductor due to the passage of current? The heat developed in a conductor can be found out by using a law called Joule's law of heating effect. According to Joule's law, the heat developed in a conductor is directly proportional to the square of the current, resistance of the conductor, and time of passage of electricity. That is, H is equal to I square RT. So, this equation, by using this equation, we can find out the heat developed in a conductor due to the passage of electricity. Then, you can find some other equations also. You can apply Ohm's law in this equation, and you can find some more equations to use while solving the problem. So, instead of I, you can substitute V by R, and for R, you can substitute V by I. So you will get it as I square RT, V square by R, V square by R into T and VIT. Okay, this is also another equations that we can use to find the heat energy developed in a conductor. Then we are going to discuss electric power. The rate of consumption of electrical energy is called electric power. Electric power is represented by the letter P and its unit is watt. So we can write P is equal to W by Q. So, P is equal to W by T. Here W we know that potential difference V is equal to W by Q. So we can write W is equal to VQ. So power P we can write VQ by T, or we can use some other equations also. When we apply Ohm's law in this equation, we will get power P is equal to I square R VI and V square by R. These all equations we can use to find out the power. Then we discussed about commercial unit of electrical energy. Before that, electric power, the unit SI unit is watt, and some other unit also we are using for industrial purpose and all. We are using commercial unit like megawatt, gigawatt, etc. And we are using one more unit, horsepower. One horsepower or 1 HP is equal to 746 watts. Then we discussed about what is commercial unit of electrical energy. Kilowatt hour is the commercial unit of energy, and 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 into 10 raised to minus 6 joules. These all are the main content of this lesson. So some students didn't complete the notes and they asked about notes for that students, and also all can revise these notes once again. Please watch this PowerPoint.
The important points that we studied in this lesson are electric current, electric potential difference, Ohm's law, resistance, factors affecting resistance, combination of resistances, heating effect of electric current, Joule's law of heating effect, electric power and electrical energy. The important formulae that we studied: electric current I is equal to charge by time, Ohm's law V is equal to IR, I is equal to V by R, R is equal to V by I. Total resistance in series combination, RS is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. In parallel combination, 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Electric power. Power P is equal to VI, I square R, V square by R. Electrical energy E is equal to VIT, I square RT, V square by R. SI unit of charge. The SI unit of charge is Coulomb. An electron possesses a negative charge of 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 Coulomb. The SI unit of 1 Coulomb is equivalent to the charge containing 6 into 10 raised to 18 electrons. Conductors and insulators. These substances have the property to conduct electricity through them. These have free or loosely held electrons which helps in conducting electricity. Example, copper. These substances have the property to obstruct the flow of electricity. These do not have free electrons present in them. Example, rubber. Electric potential. When a small electric charge is placed in the electric field due to another charge, it experiences a force. So, work has to be done on the positive charge to move it against this force of repulsion. The electric potential is defined as the work done in moving a unit positive charge from infinity to that point. Potential difference. The concept of electric potential is closely linked to that of the electric field. A small charge placed within electric field experiences a force, and to have brought that charge to that point against the force requires work. The electric potential at any point is defined as the energy required to bring a unit test charge from an infinite distance slowly to that point. It is usually measured in volts. Voltmeter. A voltmeter is an instrument used for measuring electric potential difference between 2 points in an electric circuit. Voltmeter has high resistances so that it takes negligible current. Electric current. The movement of electric charge is known as electric current, the intensity of which is usually measured in amperes. Current can consist of any moving charged particles. Most commonly, these are electrons, but any charge in motion constitutes a current. 1 ampere is equal to 1 coulomb divided by 1 second. Ammeter. An ammeter is a measuring instrument used to measure the electric current in a circuit. Electric current are measured in amperes, hence the name. An ammeter should have a very low resistance so that it may not change the value of current flowing in the circuit. Circuit diagram. We know that an electric circuit as shown in figure, then it comprises a cell or a battery, a plug key and connecting wires. It is often convenient to draw a schematic diagram in which different components of the circuit are represented by the symbols conveniently used. Conventional symbols used to represent some of the most commonly used electrical components. Ohm's law. Ohm's law explains the relationship between voltage and current and resistance, used by electricians, automotive technicians and stereo installers. According to Ohm's law, at constant temperature, the current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across its ends. Resistance. An electron traveling through the wires and loads of the external circuit encounters the resistance. Resistance is the hindrance to the flow of charge. For an electron, the journey from the terminal to terminal is not a direct route. Rather, it is a zigzag path that results from countless collisions with fixed atoms within the conducting material. The electrons encounter resistance, the hindrance to their movement. The SI unit of resistance is ohm. Factors affecting resistance. First factor, length of the conductor, area of cross section of the conductor or thickness of the conductor, nature of the material of the conductor and temperature of conductor. Resistivity. It has been found by experiment that the resistance of a given conductor is directly proportional to its length, and the resistance of a given conductor is inversely proportional to their area of cross section.
and here we can combine this and write a constant, that is rho is a constant known as resistivity of the material. The resistivity of a substance is numerically equal to the resistance of a rod of that substance, which is 1 meter long and 1 square meter in cross section. Resistivity rho is equal to R into A divided by L. The unit of resistance R is ohm. Here it is resistivity. Resistivity is given here, but actually it is resistance of a given conductor is inversely proportional. Okay. Then the next point. Combination of resistors. Mainly we can connect the resistors in two ways. That is, the first way of connection is series combination and next parallel combination. When two or more resistors are connected in end to end, resistors in parallel. When two or more resistors are connected between the same points, they are said to be connected in parallel. According to the law of combination of resistances in parallel, the reciprocal of the combined resistance of any number of resistors connected in parallel is equal to the sum of the reciprocals of the individual resistances. That is, 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Next, parallel and series combination, parallel connection. If one electric appliance stops works due to some defect, then all other appliances keep working normally in parallel combination. In parallel circuit, each electrical appliances has its own switch due to which it can be turned on or off independently. Each appliances get same voltage as that of the power source. Next, in series combination, if one electric appliance stop working due to some defect, then all other appliances stop working. All the electrical appliances have only one switch due to which they cannot be turned on or off separately. In series circuit, the appliances do not get same voltage as that of the power supply line. In series circuit, the overall resistance of the circuit increases due to which heating effect of electric current. When electricity passes through a high resistance wire like a nichrome wire, the resistance wire becomes very hot and produces heat. This is called the heating effect of electric current. Joule's law of heating. Let an electric current I is flowing through a resistor having resistance equal to R. The potential difference through the resistor is equal to V. The charge Q flows through the circuit for the time T. Thus, work done in moving of a charge Q of potential difference V is equal to VQ. Since this charge Q flows through the circuit for time T, the heat produced in wire is directly proportional to the square of the current, resistance of the wire, and time for which the current is passed.
electric energy, H is equal to I squared RT. The rate at which the electrical energy is dissipated or consumed in electric circuit. This is also called electric power. The power P is given by P is equal to VI, or P is equal to I square R, or which is equal to V square by R. The SI unit of electric power is watt, and it is the power consumed by a device that carries 1 ampere of current when operated at a potential difference of 1 volt, and 1 watt is equal to 1 volt into 1 ampere. The unit of watt is very small. Therefore, in actual practice, we use a much large unit called kilowatt. It is equal to 1000 watt. Since electrical energy is the product of power and time, the unit of electrical energy is therefore watt hour. So, 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 1000 watt into 3600 seconds. So, 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 watt second, not 106, 10 raised to 6 watt second. So, we can write it as 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 joules. Okay. So, all study well and score a good marks. Thank you. Have a nice day.